What's up, replayers? Yes. Yes, yes. Replayers. Newcomers. Pip killers, where you at? Pip killers, where you at? Where are my pip killers? Calvin, what up? What's the mode? What's the mode? Yes, God, was a good day today? Every day's a good day. Every day's a good day. Some days are just better than others. How are you guys today? We had a great EuroCAD play today. Worked out very well. And, you know, I just wanted to hop online and let you guys know. You know, there was a couple questions asked via email in regards to the timing that Prime puts out trades. You know, guys, what we need to understand is one thing. You know, when it comes to algorithms, if there's not enough volume in the market, right, and you take positions, you will lose 100%. 100% of the time you will lose. Why is that? You know, because someone had asked why, you know, there are no plays around like 9 p.m. to midnight. Actually, a couple people asked. And the major reason is that there is no volume. There's, you know, the markets that are open right now, there's just no volume. That's the reality of it, you know? And right. You know, it's like if you know anything about statistics, right? And this is why I tell you guys to study statistics and probability, okay? The more samples you have for a given statistic, the more accurate it becomes, okay? Welcome to the room, guys. Welcome to the room. Let's get some invites, guys. It's 10 o'clock at night. I mean, it's 9:30 at night. Where the heck is everybody? Where are the people making money? Where is everybody? What is everybody watching TV? Is everybody watching Friends reruns? Is everybody watching Game of Thrones? That's my phone. Everybody's watching Game of Thrones, right? Everybody's watching what? What's hot right now? The Kardashians? Is that still hot? And I say this because all I hear about is people saying they want to make money, and I see no one doing anything about it. Nobody. I see 6 people in this room, and we're literally the best Forex traders in the world right now on Periscope. I don't see anybody showing live trades like this. There's no one that's beating us right now. Nobody. And there's 6 people in this room. Prime called a USD CAD trade this morning. I didn't send out to you guys. 100 pips. You know, it called the 50 pip Euro CAD decline today. That's 150 pips right there. Now we didn't capture all that because I didn't have the ability to send out everything to everybody, and I didn't want you guys playing multiple positions, especially as beginners. But it's just astounding to me that we are literally at the top of the game and there's like zero interest being shown. That to me is more than astounding. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think about? I see all these people on Instagram talking about how they've got these goals, they've got these goals, they've got these goals, right? And yet here we are literally taking pips from the market every single day, and people like show almost no interest compared to what it should be. Thanks, Fod. Gary V. It's a Gary V shirt. I cut the sleeves off to kind of look tough. Not working. And you know what this boils down to, like people, like a couple people emailed me, right? Show me the angry face. Yeah, you gotta show teeth. That's more animalistic. Yeah, thanks. A lot of people say that they want success, and when I look around, I see people that do nothing but complain because they don't understand what it takes to get there. You know, I can promise you guys this. I promise you this. There is not a single retail trading algorithm system that's better than Prime out there. I promise you that. I promise you that. And yet a couple people emailed me today and were like, yo, why is Prime not taking trades from like 8 p.m. to midnight? Because there are no trades. There are no trades. The algorithm knows better than you can, okay? You have to understand, the math will beat you. The math will beat you every time. It's just a matter of time. The math will always win in the end. You can't beat a computer off of your own trading efforts. Why do you think I made Prime in the first place, right? You don't think that I tried the discretionary thing? I tried the discretionary thing. It doesn't work. You'll get murdered in the market. You're trading against MIT graduates. And they do nothing but this for a living. And they all make six figures. And they all have great educations. They're all very intelligent. And they're all under a lot of pressure to kick butt. Right. 8 p.m. to midnight is like... It's a slush show. It's just a sideways market. There's like 5 people trading. It's like 5 people trading that don't know how to trade. Bob, what do you think? We're making like thousands of pips per month. What do you think? I mean, do the math. It just astounds me that people are like will still question a system that I literally 8 years of my life, 5 hours a day, sometimes more. Sometimes I would literally work on this all day, okay? All day. And people think that, hey man, why isn't it taking trades? For reasons that you wouldn't understand if you studied 10 years. Just being honest. Just being honest. Because it took me that long to understand it. And the hardest part is, like, especially after weeks where, you know, we had 2 weeks ago, we made, 500 pips in the week. And then all of a sudden we have a week where it's sideways and we kind of not do the whole 100 pips thing on days. Fraud, you got to go to babypips.com and learn the basics. It's kind of a waste of time to discuss the real basics. So you can go on Google, you can go on Wikipedia, you can go on Baby Pips. All that stuff is readily available. The things that I talk about are not readily available. The things that I talk about you cannot necessarily find easily on Google. You have to understand that this is the ultimate competition, okay? This is the Olympics of the finance world. And it's kind of like if you ask those types of questions, I'm not saying you, Fuad, I'm saying like the people that are members, that have been listening to me for weeks and weeks on end, they should know by now that the power of an algorithm, there is nothing that can compete with it. It's like walking into a track stadium and trying to beat Usain Bolt. You're not going to do it. I mean, you can be as positive as you want to be. But when it comes to this market, when it comes to this game, it's all about skills. It's all about skills. It's all about the math. It's all about the skills. It's all about zero emotion. It's all about statistics. It's all about the algorithmic aspect of it. And so, for someone that says, "Hey, man, I gotta do some trading at late night because it's the only time I have to trade," you can't be trading Forex then, because undoubtedly you're going to end up with bad trades because there's not enough volume for any system to work. You cannot take a statistical measure when the volume is low. It will not be accurate. That's why we need volume in the market. The market has to be moving. There has to be volatility. This is the underlying thesis that I've been telling you guys. And, we're going to touch upon it with videos in the back end as well. There are any given time X amount of players in the market. If there's no players in the market, there's nothing to be taken, because retail traders do not move the market. The only people trading right now are people who lose at trading. Does that make sense? The people trading right now, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time, are the losing traders. Because the systems that work will not work without volume. And it's just a bunch of people. Yeah, there's not enough volume. People should not be trading right now. In the long term, it's going to be a losing proposition because there's just not enough volume. Some nights there might be if there's news, but I'm talking in a general, compartmentalization of time periods. Yeah, you have to understand how this market works. You have to understand, you're going to get a few pips here, a few pips there. You're not going to get any 20 pip trades right now. There's no way. It's hard for people to understand that. The volatility, there's no trending. There's no real movement. You're going to get tons of retracements. And when you're in that type of atmosphere, it's extremely hard to win. Part of what makes a great poker player or a great trader or a great fighter is knowing which fights to take and which not. Which not to take. You have to be selective if you want to win at this game. If there is no selection and your goal is just to get in the market whenever you can, that is the wrong way to do it. You're going to lose money that way. You're going to lose money that way. I know everybody thinks they can beat this game. Every single person thinks they can beat this game. 99% are wrong. 97 to 99% are wrong every single day. That's just the way it is. So, I just had to drop that knowledge for you guys because the ultimate goal is to make everybody that is a member of Prime positive every single day. Every single day. But in order for that to happen, we need to stack all the cards for us. Okay? There has to be a certain amount of alpha that we stack for us. And that's essentially what we're doing when we really focus on making the right trades, controlling risk, only trading at certain times, only trading certain setups, allowing the algorithm to do the work for us, and removing emotion from the entire trading process. Exactly. Davi, what's up? You know, and what a lot of people don't realize is how volume works in terms of math. So let me explain that. All right, what I'm about to tell you right now will probably save you at least $10,000 as a trader. All right, what I'm about to tell you right now will save you at least 5 figures as a trader. At least, if not 6 figures. When there is volume in the market, you have time value of money because the moves occur faster. You never want to put money at risk for longer than it has to be at risk. Every minute you're in the market adds risk to your plate. Okay? You never want to be in the market more than you need to be. If you can grab 20 pips in 20 minutes and do that every single day, you'll be a millionaire within a year. Think about it. Think about it. Do the math. Do the math. That's 400 pips per month. Now on a compound basis, what does your starting amount have to be? You can do the math on that. That's a future value calculation. You can look up FV equals blah, 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 blah. 1 plus the compound rate raised to the power of the compound period. Does that make sense? The question was, it wasn't really a question, it was a statement. When you make trades and there's volume in the market, you are using an equation to your advantage, and that is the time value of money. Okay? The less time you spend in the market to acquire your gains, the more you eliminate risk. If you're spending right now, I'm watching EuroCAD right now. It's moved 20 pips total in the last 2 hours. 3 hours. 20 pips oscillation in a 3-hour period. There's no trade there. You have to catch trades that have meat. If you trade when there's no volume, you will lose. You will lose. You will lose. I don't care how good you think you are. I will place 100% bets. I will place every single dollar I have against you if you're that type of trader. And you know what? Brokerages love people who trade during this down period because they know that they're just making endless commissions. They don't care. They take the other side of your trades. All the B-booking is occurring right now. It's occurring right now. Because they know that people that trade right now are not intelligent traders. So, that's the problem. What's the solution? The solution is that if you can't trade during certain hours where there's a lot of volume, you've got multiple solutions. If this is what you want to do, you can move. You can move to a different time zone. You can move to London. You can move to the Middle East. I'm sure if you're in Dubai, you'll have a great time waking up for any time of market center that you want to be in. Same thing with Europe. You don't want to move, or you don't have enough money to move, or it's not in your cards because you got family, whatever the reason is, your only option is to change your schedule. Okay? And if you can't do one of those two things, or you don't want to, then you really don't want to make gains. That's just the way it is, man. I know that a lot of people have the 9 to 5 thing, But this is the facts that I'm dropping on you, okay? So that is the issue. That is the issue. I'm sure people that are creative will find a way to be in the markets when the volume is. But you got to understand that if you're not in the market when the gains can be made, you're just going to lose money anyways. So what's the point in going to a job if you're going to lose all that money trading? Whoa. Whoa. Did anybody just hear that? Did anybody hear that? So when the market is moving sideways, and right now I'm looking at USD CAD. We're at 27.66 in the USD CAD. The high going back 4 hours, 27.79. The low, 27.59. 20 pips of range. You have 20 pips of range in a 4-hour period. How can you make money with that? It's impossible. You got to do the math in your head, guys. You got to be like, if you see 20 pips of range, you know right away you're going to only catch the middle 50% of that. If you're a great trader, you might catch the middle 50% of that. So what are you going to do? You're going to make 8 pip trades over a 4-hour period? If there's no volume in the market, there is no trade. There is no trade. And that is why Prime does not trade between 8 p.m. and midnight or 8 p.m. and 1 a.m. There's no trades, man. It's a leaking market. It's sideways. It's wishy-washy. It's a bunch of retail orders coming from mutual funds or some other fund that they don't care about where the trade is executed. They're just dripping trades into the market to make it look like there's action. Oh yeah, that's what happens. They're just dripping trades into the market. Everybody, every single person, if you didn't hear this from the beginning, you need to watch this replay. It'll save you at least 5 figures. It's not that you don't have a chance. You could trade from, 4 or 5 a.m. in the morning till like 7 in the morning. You could get in your 2 or 3 hours of trading. John, you can just check the replays on Periscope or my catch.me account. You guys know I have a catch account, right? katch.me/fitbusinessman, and every single scope I've ever given is on there. Everything is archived, guys. I haven't taken anything down. I don't suggest it often. You can do that, but the fact is when you're trading with the mobile phone, you're distracted, right? You're doing other things. If you're trading, you definitely, unless you're getting the Prime's text messages and entering the trades that way. But then look at how long it takes, right? You got to go from your phone, now you got to switch apps, you got to go into your trading platform, and then you got to place the trade. Okay, Scott, yeah, that's a good thing. You could do it that way. You could do phone and laptop. That's much faster. You just have to be careful. When the markets move fast, you might not be able to take those trades, but that's okay. You're going to make more money being selective with your trades. I promise you this, guys. I promise you. You'll make more money if you're selective with your trades than you will if you try to enter the market at all times. Hands down. If you try to enter the market on a period like right now, 20 pip range, there's no money to be made there. There's no money to be made. You have no business in the market. What you could do right now is pick up a nice book on statistics or probability and start digging. And start using that to build your strategy. Yeah. So this is the period of time that you would be doing your research, your development of your trading plan, your visualizations, all the things that you don't do while you're in the market. Because there is no market right now. What's the definition of a market? A bunch of buyers and sellers, and that is not what is happening right now. What is happening right now are computer algorithms from mutual funds and hedge funds and banks dripping small orders into the market. That's it. That's it. Oh, John, so many. So many. Anything on portfolio management, anything about currencies, and just read 10 years of that stuff. You guys want to know the ultimate hack to find out how to get information on trading? You guys want to know the ultimate hack? Can I get a witness? Can I get some hearts? All right. So someone's out there. I'm speaking to someone. All right. So here's the ultimate hack, guys. When you find a book on a topic you like, all right, let's say we've got a Forex trading book. The books tend to be written in a very generalized way, especially the beginner books. Now, if you want to get into the meat and potatoes, what you have to do is you turn all the way back to the end of the book and look at the bibliography. And there are going to be the research articles that are cited to make the book and to write the book, okay? Those are the things that you want to start reading. So when one book cites another book, it's probably because that book had a huge impact on the author of the book you're reading. And so if the book was good enough to have a huge impact to the author, chances are it was a very good book. And so that's how I've been able to basically have an endless chain of reading assignments for the last 10 years. I've never been without a book to read. Never. And for you guys on the back end, one of the videos I'm going to make is how to read a 500-page book in 1 week. It's a hack. Statistics, probability, portfolio management. Correct. That is the foundation of learning how to manage money, risk management as well. And then from there, you start developing the strategies. If you go right into chart reading or candlestick reading, you're going to get slapped around in the market. Because if you don't have the money management skills, you're going to get taken. You're going to get taken quick and hard. I promise you. Yeah, John, whenever you want to see something that's, archived, you can just hop on my Catch account. Make sense? But the biggest thing I want you guys to walk away with is that nothing that Prime nothing that Prime does is by accident. If Prime is not in the market trading, it's for a reason, okay? It's not because it's not because it's not on or whatever. There are certain times, statistically that it goes on and goes off. Right now there is no trade. I've been watching the USD CAD, hover between 27.66 and 27.69 for this entire scope. 3 pips. 3 pips, that's not even going to cover your spread. All right? So let's be smart about this, guys. You can't sit there and think that the markets are open 24/7. That means I trade 24/7. I know that a lot of the beginner books make it sound that way. However, that is not necessarily the case, okay? There are certain times where your trades will work for you and then certain times will they work against you. All right? But today the CAD was on fire, guys. Today the CAD was on fire. And believe it or not, we missed the 100 pip trade in the USD CAD. We missed that short. I'm so pissed off about it because I sat there and watched Prime call it while I'm watching the USD, and we're in the USD, the Euro USD trade, and it's just no movement. You know, there was one play today on Euro USD, and I think it might have been around 20 pips, 15 pips. Heart, mind, wallet. So think of it this way. When you get the cards stacked in your favor, and every card that you can possibly stack in your favor, you have to in this game if you want to win, because all the cards start off stacked against you. My next visit to SoCal, I don't know. I'm really busy right now. Hopefully I'll be trading from a beach pretty soon, and I'm going to show you guys. I'll be doing some live trades from a beach. Yeah, that's usually where most of the volatility is. But, you know, right now the markets are blah. USD CAD, almost no movement. If we go to JAPI, okay, movement. Nothing that I'm shaking my stick at. You know what I mean? Nothing that I'm interested in, to be honest. Such is life. We have to align ourselves with the proper timing of these trades. All right, we have to go where the volatility is. We have to take advantage of the movement, so this way we can catch larger bulk movements. You saw it happen today. We had two nice 20 plus pip trades, and actually some people on that Euro CAD short, if they stayed in, they got 55, 60 pips in that one trade. So why would anyone want to be in the market when you're trying to grab 5 pips? We don't try to grab 5 pips, guys. That's not, we don't scalp. That's not going to make you a winner. That's not going to make you money. When you scalp, you're going to over leverage yourself, and you're going to end up getting killed in the market. The first time something goes against you, you're going to be over leveraged, and you're going to lose all the money that you made with any type of scalping strategy. You have to be able to take meat and potatoes trades. Exactly, Singh. You got to know where the meat and potato trades are, okay? I'm coining that phrase, meat and potato trade, hashtag candlestick boner, hashtag meat and potato trade. All right? It's very important if you guys are newbies. I'm glad someone is actually getting my sense of humor here. Tough room. If you guys are going to win, right, John, we got to have the meat and potato trades. You're not going to become a wealthy person off of 5 and 10 pip trades. You have to be able to isolate those 20, 30, 40, 50 pip trades. Especially if you're taking, if you're placing stops at 20 pips. You can't place stops at 20 pips and take 5 pip winners and have a winning portfolio. You'll lose every time. It's just statistics. You got to have gains that are bigger than your stop losses. You got to have reward that is bigger than your risk. Right? And that's why I keep screaming, probability and statistics, probability and statistics. It's going to save you money, thousands and thousands of dollars. There's no movement in the JAPI right now. Oh my God. USD JAPI is just like floating. 2 pips, 3 pips. Give me some feedback. You think I'm being too hard on you guys? Huh? Eh? A lot of people are jumping in this room, and I've noticed that it's pretty funny. Like, most people between 7 and 10, they don't hop online. It seems like 10 and thereafter tends to be a little bit more active. But I want you guys to keep in mind we are only taking trades when there's volume. All right? That's it. That's the moral of today's story. Be in the market when other people are in the market. If other people are not in the market, there is no market. Okay? It may require you moving. It may require you to have very awkward sleeping habits, but that's what success does to people. Money does not sleep. Money does not sleep. If you want to make money, you're going to end up with some lost sleep at some point, and that's the sacrifice for the leverage that you gain. That is the sacrifice for the leverage that you gain. Bam. Hashtag leverage, hashtag sacrifice, hashtag candlestick boner, hashtag meat and potato trade. All right, guys. I don't want to preach anymore. I want you guys to have the application of what I'm telling you. Okay. If we're not in the market around 10 p.m., it's because there's no market. If we're not in the market at 8 p.m., it's because there's no market. If for some reason there's a big news announcement, the Fed, whatever, and let's say volatility picks up, Prime is going to kick in and it will catch those trades. However, it knows better than you or I that when there is no noise, when it's only noise in the market and there is no actual signal or actual movement occurring, long-term movement or volatility, it's not going to be in the market. All right? All right, guys. Have a great night. I'm going to work on that third video and have that updated tonight. I will see you guys tomorrow. I might be on tonight. I'm going to pop on tonight. Probably around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. We'll see what happens when Frankfurt opens, when London opens. Hopefully we get some movement. All right? I think we will. There was decent movement last night, but I think that as the days go on, we've got a lot of housing reports coming out, and there's going to be an active market this week. All right? So you guys have a great night, and I will see you later on. If you guys are up early in the AM, I will see you then.